Enemy forces spotted. Enemy spotted. Enemy sniper spotted.
Over. Enemy activity. Do you copy? Enemy forces over. Enemy activity. Enemy unit. Enemy unit. Enemy tank is inbound. Over. Enemy tank is inbound. Over.
Affirmative. Enemy car spotted. Enemy armor. Enemy car spotted. Enemy spotted. Enemy armor. Enemy armor. Enemy armor. Enemy armor spotted. Enemy armor spotted. Enemy car spotted. Artillery, your area. Enemy spotted. Enemy armor spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted.
Hostile armor sight. Enemy armor spotted. Enemy armor spotted.
Enemy infantry. Enemy spotted. Enemy infantry spotted.
Thanks.
Go! Outpost is being overrun.
Enemy activity. Do you copy?
Enemy armor. Enemy infantry spotted.
Enemy car spotted.
Enemy armor spotted.
Over. Enemy units. Enemy car spotted.
Position cleared and under control. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy armor spotted. Enemy armor spotted. Enemy infantry spotted.
Do you copy?
Enemy sniper spotted. Enemy
repairs
sniper spotted. Enemy armor
Enemy activity.
spotted.
Do you copy? Hostile forces spotted. Hostile forces spotted. Over.
Thank you, boy. Sorry.
We need support. Do you copy?
Enemy forces spotted. Enemy sniper spotted. Enemy sniper spotted.
Hostile forces spotted.
Enemy armor. Enemy sniper spotted. Enemy armor spotted.
On the ground.
Enemy infantry spotted.
Enemy troop. Enemy activity. Do you copy?
All clear. Sorry.
Enemy tank is inbound. Over.
Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy car spotted. Enemy armor spotted. Enemy sniper spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy armor spotted.
Hostile forces spotted. Over. Enemy units on the move.
Well done. Thanks.
I need a medic. Quick. Do you copy?
Cleared and under control.
Enemy units on the move. Enemy activity. Do you copy?
Enemy sniper spotted.
Sniper.
Enemy sniper spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy forces spotted.
Enemy activity.
Much appreciated.
Do you copy? Sniper. We need repairs here. Sniper. Enemy activity. Enemy activity. Do you copy?
UAV online and
Hostile forces spotted. Over.
Enemy armor spotted.
Enemy units on the move.
Enemy
Requesting
infantry.
ammunition. Over. We need ammo. Enemy units on the move.
Affirmative.
Enemy units on the move. Do you copy? Enemy troop. Hostiles on the ground. Requesting a medic. Enemy troop.
Enemy sniper spotted. Enemy armor spotted.
Enemy troop.
Sorry.
Medic.
help over here? How about some help over here?
Enemy units on the move. Enemy activity. Do you copy?
Enemy sniper, enemy sniper, enemy sniper,
Hostiles on the
spotted.
ground.
Enemy infantry, enemy armor spotted.
Sniper!
Enemy armor spotted.
Enemy units on the move. Enemy units.
Enemy spotted, enemy sniper spotted. Enemy armor spotted.
Enemy forces snipers on our perimeter. Over. Enemy activity. Do you copy? Enemy units on the move. Medic. Do you copy? Enemy medic. Do you copy? Running dry. Need ammo. Enemy activity. Medic. Hostiles on the ground. Enemy units on the move. Enemy activity. Do you copy?
Hostile forces
Running dry. Over. Need ammo. Enemy troop. Medic. Running dry. Need ammo. On the ground. Running dry. Need ammo. Over.
Artillery, your area.
Enemy activity. Do you copy? Medic to his position. Medic.
Get ammo here!
Medic. We got hostile armor.
Get ammo here!
Go!
Enemy units on the move. Medic.
Enemy sniper, enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Sniper spotted. Spotted. Enemy armor spotted.
UAV online.
Enemy forces. Hostile forces. Over. Hey, thanks. Enemy troops identified. Do you copy?
Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted.
Move it. Medic.
Artillery, your area. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy sniper spotted. Enemy sniper spotted.
Quick.
Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Sniper spotted. Enemy forces. Enemy sniper spotted.
Online.
Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted.
Enemy forces. Over. Spotted. Over.
Enemy infantry spotted. Spotted.
Medic. Enemy troop.
How about some help over here?
Negative. Medic. Sniper.
Enemy forces spotted.
Enemy active. Enemy units on the move. Snipers on our perimeter. Enemy
Get ammo
activity.
here.
Do you copy?
Get ammo here! Get ammo!
Enemy activity. Do you copy? Sniper.
Artillery, your
Enemy
area.
units on the move. Enemy activity. Do you copy? Enemy activity. Enemy units on
Enemy
the move.
armor spotted. Move your men to these coordinates.
Sniper. Medic.
Enemy armor spotted.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Position cleared and under.
Enemy infantry.
Affirmative. I read you. Well done. Thanks. Enemy armor spotted. Negatory. I read you.
We need repairs here.
Ammo here!
Supplies at your position. Vehicle dropped in your sector.
Grenade!
Sniper.
Enemy infantry spotted. Hostile forces
I need a medic
over.
here. Thanks.
Artillery,
I owe
your
you one.
area.
Enemy activity. Enemy units on the move. Enemy units. Hostile infantry spotted. Over. Enemy taken. Inbound. Over. I owe you one.
Enemy sniper spotted.
Enemy taken. Inbound. Over. Enemy units on the move.
Enemy sniper spotted. Enemy sniper spotted. Enemy clear. Position under control. Out. Vehicle drop.
Hostile forces spotted.
Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry. Enemy sniper. Enemy sniper spotted. Enemy forces spotted.
Enemy troops. Enemy units on the move.
Enemy infantry spotted.
Ammo here.
Enemy activity. Enemy units on the move. I need a medic here.
Artillery, your area. Position under control. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted.
Enemy units on the move. On the ground.
Enemy infantry spotted.
Enemy units on the move. Do you copy?
UAV transmitting from
Enemy
this
troops.
point.
Enemy armor. Enemy armor. Supplies.
Enemy troops.
Enemy infantry spotted.
Hostiles on the ground. Hostile infantry spotted. Over.
Enemy infantry. Enemy armor. Spotted.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Grenade.
How about some help over here?
Enemy sniper. Spotted.
Frag grenade.
Enemy
Artillery,
tank
your
inbound.
area.
Over. Enemy forces